Yeah, maybe his fingers will enter places.
Wow, someone has a big dick.
Matt, what are you doing being friends with 16-year-olds?
Age is just a number, Toxic.
You're an actual retard. Any hole's a goal.
Now recording.
Hello, pedophiles, and welcome to a special episode of Now Recording. I'm Toxic, and I'm joined by my fellow co-host, the Clout Chaser, Matt Pitt.
What's up? Turn your fan down.
Oh. Also, Core.
Hi.
And the one to follow. Let me turn my fan off. And the one to follow in Craig Beckett's footsteps, Beaverman. Oh wait, Beavers.
Yeah, Beavers, say hi again.
Hello.
Fucking Mike. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining us today. We got some stuff to talk about, don't we? Some interesting things.
Yeah.
So I'll start this off. We have an acquaintance.
Friend of the show.
Friend
really.
of the show. Really a friend of the show. Great guy. Wonderful guy. Very
Wonderful
nice
guy.
guy. Was on the news team for a while. Things kind of got a little tricky for him. He left, but before he left the news team, he helped us out and did. Let's count it real quick. I just want to count and just let's give him as much credit as we can here. So
all right, he did. I know where you're going with this. He did the brick thumbnail. Thank you. Thank you. Episode 0. Lol. Thank you.
Yeah,
Matt?
he did episode 1. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't do episode.
You don't even know what you're doing, Matt.
No. I messed up. All right, I was looking at. But yeah, you're right. He did the brick thumbnail. He did episode 0. He did episode 2. No, he didn't.
You don't even know what
which episodes did he do? Wait, he didn't do episode 2 or 3, right?
You're dementia right now.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Did he do
All right,
episode
I want
3?
to see if Matt respects the artists that we
He
have.
did
Matt,
episode
I want
3.
you to
Clearly
name
not.
every artist that has done each one of our episode thumbnails and go.
All right, you weren't ready? All right, Brick, Craig Beckett. The episode 0, Craig Beckett. This one, I don't know their name. We found that she drew the art, and I asked him if we could use the thumbnail for episode 1. Episode 2, Pimpin' Pete. Episode 3, I believe, was Craig Beckett just doing the same thing that Pimpin' Pete was doing. Episode 4, Craig Beckett. Episode 5, Craig Beckett. Episode 6, Craig Beckett. Episode 7, Craig Beckett. Episode 8, Craig Beckett. Episode 9, Craig Beckett. Episode 10 was Craig Beckett and then Pimpin' Pete. It was a bit of a collaboration. Episode 11 was Pimpin' Pete. Episode 11.5 was Nerdy John. Episode 12 was Squatchin'. Episode 13 was Nerdy John.
I think he left us at that point.
We got the point. We got the point. All right.
I was ready to go, bro. All right. See, all right.
So essentially, what we're saying here is this podcast wouldn't have existed without him.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Not,
6, 7, 8, 9. I believe 10 thumbnails he's done
Over
for now recording.
half, or almost half. Sorry.
Yeah, less than half now.
Almost
but,
half. Yeah.
And he's a friend of the show, very nice guy, and now has been exposed by Angry Slug as receiving nudes and talking dirty to a 17-year-old girl. Both of them are from England, and that's what's happened so far. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? So I'd say the relationship now with Craig Beckett before the stream was, good, but I hadn't really talked to him in a while. And I get a notification because, I have those notifications on for Slug. I don't know why. And I see Craig Beckett's name in the title, and I'm like, I wonder what he's doing with Craig Beckett. Is he talking about Mama Mac stuff, or wonder what's going on? And I come in late, right? And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, he's exposing somebody right now. He's probably exposing some random online or something. And I'm like, wait, who is he exposing right now? And I go back a little bit, put it on 2x speed, and I'm like, oh shit, he's exposing Craig Beckett. And then I decide to message you guys, and I say something like, hey guys, Craig Beckett's getting exposed by Slug right now. Y'all might want to check out the stream. And y'all did, and you decided to type in the chat for some reason.
Yes.
So I believe Toxic said something like he had this girl on, and they hadn't gotten into the meat of the story, right? They were kind of like just kind of going through the DMs very, very, very slowly. Some would say at a slug's pace. And in Toxic, like, typed in the chat, "Is she single?" Good one, buddy.
Thanks.
Beavers, I don't remember what you said, Beavers, but I'm sure it was.
I remember, but I'm sure it was something questionable.
Yeah. Yeah, so while that's going on, we're kind of going back and forth, and we're like, all right, so this...
Wait, okay, hold on. Don't make it... Okay, you didn't even let me... Okay, listen, I said that, right?
Yeah.
I thought she was 18 by now, okay? But let's get that out there.
Oh,
okay?
You know what?
You didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You had no reason to believe that.
He did.
You had no reason to believe that.
I told Matt later. I thought, like, usually when most people come out saying they were groomed or something, that they're usually 18 whenever they do that. From the cases that I've seen, right?
Yeah, a lot of the times, yeah. So you did say to me, like, later on, you were like, I thought she was 18 now. And I was like, no, she just turned 17 in January. So
I no longer care. She's single.
But guess what, Toxic? You're 20, she's 17. High school context. You're good, buddy.
Honestly, DM
me. No, that's a joke.
No, DM me. I don't want any pictures, but DM me.
All right.
Be a slow kid in high school.
What?
You can be like a senior. How young is a junior?
I think you can stay in high school till 21. I think if you're... Yeah. You can stay in high school till 21.
What's the youngest you can get in high school?
14.
Normally.
Usually.
Normally it's 14.
Yeah, so Toxic, you can go anywhere down to a 14-year-old.
I'm not
it's like
in high
shoe
school.
size.
I don't think that... No, I don't think that works like that.
What do you mean? High school context. He could be a retard. You don't know.
Shoe size is 13.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
But I'm good.
All right.
Is your shoe size 13?
Yeah.
Wow, someone has a big dick.
Thank you.
So the stream happens, right? And what was your first impressions of the stream, Toxic?
I was very bored, so I just started typing in chat to entertain myself.
What about you, Beavers?
I was invested. I like it when Slug streams. I enjoy his streams.
Core was nowhere to be found. He muted us, I think.
Yes, I did. I muted you for like 3 hours because there was over 100 DMs.
It was an entertaining situation. We were really invested in this. So it starts off right, and I'm watching it, and I'm thinking, okay, it's not that bad, right? It doesn't seem that bad for it. Like, it seems like maybe this is a situation where they were having some sort of sexual conversation, like maybe about like watching porn, like, hey, you watch porn or something like that. I've seen people get canceled like doing stuff like that where they have weird conversations with like minors, and it's like, hey, do you want? So yeah, that's kind of bad, but that's not super bad to the point of like pure cancellation. He's a pedophile. Stamp him with a pedophile. Call Mama Max. You know, that type of situation. Felt like Slug was milking it. Every 4 minutes he'd like freak out about the fucking DMs, and he's like, he kept making this weird. He kept doing this weird noise, and he would mumble to himself. And I gotta say, the girl couldn't understand a word she was saying. Her mic was really bad, and so she would just mumble, and it would just be muffled. And I'm like, man, she's probably saying something really like interesting that about this situation. I can't understand a fucking word she's saying. So, but while that's happening, I decide to DM Craig Beckett myself, right? And I'm like, I DM him and I say, hey, Craig, are you aware what's going on Slug's stream right now? And Craig Beckett replies to me, no clue. What is it? And I say, all right, well, not trying to freak you out or anything, Craig, but Slug's got some girl on stream saying you groomed her. And he goes, I beg your pardon? And I say, I'm not joking. I have no idea who this girl is. She's got DMs from you that are one-sided because you deleted your Twitter. I haven't seen anything sexual yet in these DMs. I'm confused at the moment. You got any idea who this person is? Because at this point, I hadn't seen anything abhorrently sexual yet. I've only seen like maybe talks of some sort of porn. It was really hard to keep up with that because they kept stopping and like mumbling and shit. And Craig replies, this is quite shocking, to be honest, given that she was quite the willing participant. If you're looking for an official response, you're going to need to give me some time to collect my thoughts and consider my response. So at that point, I'm like, I'm still thinking like, okay, wait, is he trying to say he's a willing participant in sexual sexting, or was he like saying they were joking? Or so I replied to him. I'm like, yeah, dude, take your time. By willing participant, what exactly do you mean? Participant in jokes? I'm still kind of confused of the context of all of this. I'm not looking for your official response, just trying to figure this out. And he says, so am I, mate. And I say, as far as I've seen, I haven't seen anything really sexual yet. And I ask him, can you answer one question for me? Is this the reason you deactivated Twitter? He says no, and he gave me a reason why he deactivated Twitter. And I would like to keep this privately until he decides to come out with it. But it's something personal to him, and I don't want to give that out. And I said, all right, well, I'll wait to hear your side. And then I'd say like a couple hours later, the stream's still going. And at that point, it's gotten pretty crazy. And I'm like, I was thinking maybe I could talk to Craig in a call or something, because I wanted to try and confirm if there were nudes sent. And the only way to do that was to ask Craig or ask her. I'd want to see what Craig would say. But I said, anyway, we could talk. And then I haven't talked to him since. So yeah, that's
what we've learned is don't DM Matt because it'll be leaked on a podcast. No,
well, yeah, I did leak because it was just like, all right, people were still confused on whether this was a confirmed DMs between her and him. She only had proof of her side of the conversation. When you do delete your Twitter, your DMs go away. So and also there was talks of whether or not there were actual pictures sent, because when I was watching the stream, the pictures were censored, and Slug would do this thing like, is that a nude? And she'd be like, no, that was me when I was in a bathing suit. And then he'd go to another one's like, oh no, that's a nude, right? And she'd go, no, I was just showing my crotch. I'm clothed. So I was thinking like, okay, were there any nude? Like, if there's no nudes, nudes,
it's a little weird.
She's 17, he's 29, or either 27 or 29. There's been two different ages. In England, age of consent is 16. I personally think it would be really weird and kind of creepy, in my opinion, but it's not illegal. Now, the moment nudes are sent, it becomes illegal. That's the law. So the saving grace was if there was no nude sent, he's in the clear, in my opinion. And then I guess it's been confirmed that there were nudes sent. And I decided to show the DM to Tommy because his girlfriend, for some reason, already fucking confirmed that there were pictures sent. That he accepted pictures. She already confirmed it. So at that point, I'm like, all right, well, he also confirmed it with me. Kind of. He said she was a willing participant. So he's confirmed that they've had DMs together. So yeah, that's been the situation with this with this whole back and forth we had. But what do you think about this so far, Toxic?
I want to take this like one thing at a time, right?
Yeah.
So the Slug stream, right? I thought it was really weird how he like kept treating her like she was like 10. Like he kept on like pointing out that she's like this really, really young child, but she's actually like 17. And like it's not what?
But you know what the thing is, right? Slug was doing it, okay? But this is after Slug stream, obviously. But the girl, when I was watching Tommy's show today, right? She was doing it herself in the chat. It's weird, it's perverted.
She's like playing it up then, yeah.
Yeah, she was saying, I'm a literal child. She was saying stuff like that while she was in the chat. And I'm just like, no, you aren't.
She can literally like buy alcohol and like everything over there. Like she's not a child. Like,
Well,
okay, you're practically grown at 16.
And even then, like I felt at 17 I was not a child, right? So
yeah.
I don't understand this thing where we approach this like these 16, 17-year-olds are childs, right? Yeah, they're teenagers. Yeah, they're usually still living with their parents and stuff like that. But why are we infantilizing them like they're fucking 10 years old?
Why? Yeah, and like in a weird way, it's like a switch isn't flipped whenever you turn 18 from 17, right? It's like a gradual like hill.
Yeah, I think in situations like this, and Slug, I don't think you can conceive it. Is just stick to the facts of the situation. Don't keep getting lost in the you're a child stuff or all this anger that I kept seeing on the streams with. I think that Spider Centaur dude was on there. And they kept being like, like Slug even said at one point he was going to paint the walls with Craig Beckett's blood.
He got really angry.
Yeah.
He got really angry. Well, he didn't actually get really angry. He got fake angry.
Yeah,
he was playing it up.
Yeah, they get lost in this anger, and it's just, to me, it's like, no, settle the. I'm hearing an echo.
Damn it!
So the situation basically boils down to sticking to the facts and just asking her questions. Beavers, God damn it, dude, Jesus! What was I saying?
I think it boils down to the facts. I don't
Boils
know.
down to it boils down to sticking to the facts of how you explain the situation. She explains her side of the story, and then when you get the DMs that are the ones that are your smoking gun, right? The censored ones, if you want to show that on YouTube, as long as it's censored, for the love of God. And the DMs that are very like perverted and where it seems like he's asking for something, but it's also very hard to see because he doesn't have a side. Stick to those. You don't have to read the whole fucking conversation like Slug did. He went through 400 screenshots. He went through a whole conversation that they've had since January. Like, I get you want to provide context, but Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? You should get bullet points. You should show the more damning ones, and if there's a little context you want to give that as well. But don't go through the whole fucking conversation. I don't care about who had pancakes for breakfast or whatever. Like,
I think Salvo did.
But it was they just got lost. They got lost in the sauce, and they kept getting performative and angry and treating this like this was she was like 9 years old. And I don't know, like I get being angry if you really think she was groomed and everything. I get being disgruntled by that and angry by that, but there's like a different anger, in my opinion, that you would have for someone who did this to like a 10 or a 9-year-old to what someone who did this to a 17-year-old.
I hate that everyone's, not everyone, but some people are throwing around the word pedophile. It's not. It's like completely different. Right?
It's yeah. It's like it's really hard to have this conversation because I've said this before. I'm in my 30s. I know what's right. I know what's wrong. When I was young, if someone like in their 20s was dating like someone 17, we saw that as creepy. We saw that as weird, but we didn't go around calling the guy a pedophile. So I don't know why this has come aboard where like now they're like 100% pedophiles. Now they're just as bad as a fucking child molester, you know?
Well, another thing is, right?
Jesus Christ.
So,
Beavers. What's
What
wrong
do
with
you
your
mean?
mic? You sound
Is it not working?
wrong mic.
Wrong mic?
Yeah.
Continue,
Jeez.
I'll be back.
Please, for the love of God. What were you saying, Toxic?
There's something else I want to say, right? I think like you can. This is gonna be a stretch, right? But you can tell this Slug's been hanging out with Mama Max, all right? This he gets this like quote pedophile story, right? And he just like starts like talking about painting walls with blood and stuff. Like that's something Mama Max would do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah, I agree. It's just the situation where Slug is on this. Like, why go to Slug? In my opinion, like why is that the person you think of to go to? I always heard rumors that she went to other people and it got out, and Craig heard about it, and that's why he deleted his Twitter. That's the rumor. Is like he found out.
I'll tell you what probably happened.
Okay.
Right? She probably went to other people and she spoke to them, and they didn't want to touch it. It was a nothing bagger.
Probably.
That's probably what happened.
Okay.
It's not a math. It's a tweet. It's not something you do a stream on. You get what I mean? You don't dedicate an entire.
Unless
Also,
you're Slug.
it's Craig Beckett. It's not like you're exposing somebody huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or incredibly popular. It's not. Anyway, so now that my mic is fixed, right? I just wanted to say this. Look, what he did is irresponsible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he shouldn't have done it. I think everybody here agrees, right? Irresponsible, shouldn't have done it, right?
Yes.
Right.
But I don't want to use Craig's words, right? But if you read the DMs, one, she is a very willing participant, as he put it, right?
Jesus.
So, no, and the reason I bring that up is to counteract anybody that says she was groomed. She was not groomed by this man, right? You can tell that from the DMs.
Mhm.
And the other thing that I wanted to bring up was, I don't want to be that guy, but also, this bitch kind of knew that Craig was married. I was just looking at the
I don't think
fucking
he's married. I think he just has a
or
girlfriend.
his girlfriend
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
right? I was just looking through these DMs that you posted in our little group chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna read them
right?
soon. Yeah.
Oh, no, because I was just looking through them and I just realized that you don't even need the context of what he said to figure out a lot of what went in between these,
Yeah.
right? You can just use context cues. And she literally knew he had a girlfriend or whatever, right?
Right.
So she's also a bit scummy. I mean,
Let's talk about his girlfriend though. I want a girl like that. Like she just doesn't care that
Bro,
I'm talking
stand
to
by
another
your
girl
man.
who's also I guess so. But also
Like-
put him blast him on Twitter. I don't know.
Tommy
Good
plays
old
that song
days.
on the stage. Stand by your man. He like that's literally her. Like she's standing by her man. She's all like she's doing like she's saying stuff like you are harlot. He chose me, not you. Ha ha ha. You're just mad. And then she's going into her DMs like, I know. How dare you say that he was grooming? You know you were a willing participant and all that stuff. So it's just like, and then she's like, yeah, she sent the pictures willingly, and it's like, oh
wanna see that
no.
one.
So,
Yeah.
also, do you know why this would never go? Why something like this would never go to court ever?
Why
in my opinion, she is old enough, right, that she can be tried. She's old enough to be competent.
Yeah.
And what she did is produce CP.
I wanna.
He received CP, but she
Yeah.
produced it.
I mean, I'd have to do research, and I really don't want to do research in this. But like, what usually happens in this situation where the girl's underage, the guy's not?
Absolutely nothing.
The girl sent. Well, let's say something does happen. The girl sends
Really?
nudes.
No, I'm just kidding.
The girl sends nudes to the guy. The guy receives the nudes. Guy sends nudes to the girl. Let's say the girl has second thought, or the girl realizes this is wrong, and she thinks she's being groomed, whatever have you, and she goes to the police. Do you think the police would, in that situation, would prosecute her for creating?
Not if she was groomed.
Okay.
So if there's clear evidence that she was coaxed into doing this, right, and like led on and slowly exposed to it, and then emotionally abused by this guy, right? Especially if it starts young. That's normally like a criteria they'll use. Is if it started younger,
Right.
right? And you've built up a rapport with them or whatever, then yeah, the police would do something about it, and she wouldn't get into trouble. But like a 17-year-old sending their nudes to somebody else, the cops will do nothing. I mean, yeah, it's technically illegal, but you're skating on the edge of that law.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Well, I think there's definitely more evidence in this case than, let's say, Zell and Mr. Tomato Man. Because I don't think there were actual. I think they did they had like e-sex with like a video call. I don't think but she sent him nudes, but only when he was 18. But I'm thinking like nothing really happened with that, right? In a lot of those cases, nothing really happened. So I don't.
So I want to ask you this: who's worse,
Zell or Craig Beckett?
Go ahead.
You gotta see. You gotta see how extensive this situation with Craig and her is, right? We don't really know did they get in video calls together?
All right, I've with everything you know right now, who's worse?
Zell.
Really?
Let me think more. Okay.
I mean, the age gap is similar. Right?
Similar age gap. All right.
But I'm gonna put it to you this way. Right? Zell is still around on the internet, and he isn't. So make your decision wisely.
For now.
Well, I'm not saying whose career is going to be destroyed. I'm simply saying.
No, I'm saying who's worse. Which situation was worse? I'm just saying one of them is still around and appears in all the chats, and the other one,
For now.
you know.
I mean, I just think that having e-sex in a video call, I think there's more evidence against Craig, obviously, so that would make it worse in a court of
What do
law.
you mean?
I
There's
think
no
he's
evidence
worse.
against Craig. There's no evidence against him.
What do you mean? There's
What?
Oh, there's
DMs.
there's a one-sided DM.
Yeah,
like
but
you said,
the
A good lawyer would go in there and just be like, he just kept saying, "No, please leave me alone."
Yeah,
This woman wouldn't stop.
that was my joke with Tommy. Like, what if the DMs are like, she says a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "Hey, no, leave me alone, leave me alone. Hey, no, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. Hey, no, stop DMing me." You know, it'd be really funny if like the other side of the DMs, and it's just him doing that the whole time.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the other side of the DMs are about to come out because she just got the data
He's got
back.
him, yeah.
She's got them, so it's kind of complicated. But she's going to be putting her other side of the conversation out. So,
So by the time you're
God.
hearing this podcast is outdated. Let's go.
Yeah.
I so wanted to, right? I wanted to. So apparently, all the video, like the images and stuff, because I haven't clicked on it, I didn't want to, but all
Smart.
the videos and stuff were like blurred out and shit,
yeah,
right? The pictures and stuff. Before I knew that, I wanted to go and like bully Slug on his stream and just be like, Slug, how do we know that you're not just lying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get him to look at it on stream and be like, I'm literally looking at a nude right now. Or something like that.
just gaslight him into like committing a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
I kind
funny.
of wanted to do that.
Slug, we're joking.
Yeah, we are joking, Slug.
We are Slug. We're joking. That was a joke, Slug. So let me just read these DMs real quick. All right.
Before you do that, right?
Okay.
I want to say one more thing. And I'm not going to go too much into it, right? But Matt, I think you told me he deactivated the day before this came out, right?
I gotta remember. I'll check real quick.
All right, let's just say it was the day or two before, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say what the reason is he claims. But if that's not true, and if it's because of this, him using the reason he did, I'm not going to say, is incredibly scummy. Like,
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the reason he gave me makes sense because I know about a situation, but also like if it's actually
why wouldn't you just private or just log out for a little bit though?
That's true.
And why delete your YouTube? Like, what?
Yeah.
Also, here's the thing as well, right? Is what I don't get about this guy. Okay? So let's ignore the human aspect of this. Let's think like little PR people. All right? The correct way to have handled this situation was to do nothing.
You just ignore it.
Just ignore it or acknowledge it and just be like, yeah, I did that. That's literally all he had to do. And he would have been fine. Instead, he deletes everything. He runs away from the internet. He just makes it so much. He turned it into a spectacle.
Yeah.
He's really fucking stupid.
And
from an optics perspective.
Yeah,
it's just so bad.
I wanted to point out that he took down his Twitter August 29th, which was yesterday was the 30th. Or was it? Yeah, so it was just like the day before. So the situation. So, I mean, the timeline adds up, is what I'm saying.
That's the same day.
Is it the same day?
Stream was the 29th. That looks incredibly bad.
Okay, for the record, I don't know if it's actually. I don't know if this is when Tipster realized his Twitter was not around. So could he have realized that the next day? That's possible, but I don't know.
Probably the day before all of this came out. More than likely.
But again, the timeline adds up. Is what our
Just
point.
saying, like the way he went about it, right? Just deleting everything. He had like 7K subs on YouTube, and he had some really good videos.
Yeah,
and to just throw that all away.
I
don't want to be that guy. Okay, but I'm gonna be that guy. Okay, take the Minecraft YouTubers, right? All the non-C Minecraft YouTubers, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take? I'm just saying. Okay, so let's break this down, right? first things first. I don't think the community response would have been that as bad as it might have been bad for a few days or whatever, but I don't think it would have been as bad as it is now if he had just stuck around, right? I don't think it would have. And then you get to the legal aspect. So maybe he eats everything because of the legal, the legal side of things. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took them to fucking prosecute the Minecraft YouTubers who were actual pedophiles? Nothing was going to happen to you, you idiots.
Yeah.
You fucked everything over for nothing. You're an actual retard.
But thank you for the thumbnails.
Yeah, but thank you for the thumbnails.
Why not just keep your videos up and collect ad revenue, or something? I mean, it's probably not a lot that he's getting, but he's probably getting he's getting something. So why not just keep the videos up? Yeah, people are gonna clip you.
I had that thought today, right?
Yeah.
Actually, this morning when I was walking to the shop, I had that thought. I was like, do you know that me and you, Matt, can say anything on this YouTube channel, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Beavers.
Because technically speaking, we're not the ones they'll sue.
True.
We're just contractors, baby.
It's Toxic's responsibility to edit us out.
Yep. We're just contractors. You're the one that's going to have to put your address down on that monetization form.
By the way, make
I'll
sure to
put it on the PO
subscribe.
box.
We're getting close. Toxic is getting close to monetization. So,
Yep, 280 hours and 130 subs. So
yeah,
hurry up.
Yeah. So, all in all, when it comes to Craig Beckett, before I read these DMs, Toxic, what do you think about Craig Beckett right now? What's your reaction to him right now?
I just think him as a person,
yeah,
he's weird. Like he's not a pedophile, obviously, but he's just weird, and he makes really weird. He's like Scrimsocks. There you go.
Okay. Beavers.
Much the same. I think that he's really weird, and I think that he's kind of retarded for the way that he handled the situation.
Yeah, I'm in the agreement. I think my interactions with Craig have always been nice. He's always been a really nice guy, always been very helpful. However, the moment, and Tommy told the story on stream, we had a situation where obviously Tommy and Nick were having issues, right? I don't want to go too deep into it. If you want to hear all of the details about Tommy versus Nick, watch Shot from the Point, and he goes into it a bit in this episode. Tommy and Nick were having, had issues, and Tommy was trying to keep the peace. He did his stream on Nick, and then he was just trying to stay quiet after that and not really go into anything and not make a spectacle out of everything. Well, Craig had joined our news team a little right before Nick left. In fact, Nick DM'd me when Craig joined and said, "Hey, can this guy see the post? Because this guy's a tard." And I was like, "No, you can't see him." So a couple months after, in April, right when the Mama Max stuff was happening, maybe May, if I'm remembering correctly, Craig gets this fucking fire up his ass to go after Nick because Nick hasn't talked about the Mama Max situation. And he starts going at Nick and Augie, digging a huge hole for himself, wrote this really weird spurgy paragraph about how he's like this, he should be vindicated. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was all about why Nick hasn't talked about the situation. Meanwhile, Nick had talked to Mama Max off the record in DMs, gave him advice, stuff like that. But because Nick hadn't really talked about his video, or Augie hadn't talked about his video, it was like a sin or some sort of attack towards Craig, and attack had to vindicate himself against Nick and Augie, and it just worked out really badly. And he kept tweeting, spurging, caught Augie's attention, kept going back and forth with Augie, and at one point blamed a Mother's Day joke on Augie that said it was towards his personal family. It was really weird, right? So I tell Tommy about this, and Tommy's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, why is he doing this? Why the fuck is he doing this?" He's like, Nick brought this up on stream in a donation that it's very possible that Nick could think of this as some sort of like us sending Craig Beckett after him, Nick could have took it that way. So it puts Tommy at risk. It could light everything back up again, and now Tommy has to go back and forth with Nick when he doesn't really feel like he needs to do that, and he doesn't want to do that. And so we decide, all right, we got to do an optics check with Craig because Augie's about to do a stream on this guy. And if he keeps spurging, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. So we get him in a voice chat and we talk to him. And the realization I came to with Craig is he's very good with words, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Or he's at least I don't even want to say he's dumb. I just think he's too emotional, and he got really wrapped up into this. And we were able to talk him down. He seemed like he was kind of done with it, and we told him like, just don't spur, don't say anything else, don't talk about this, let it die down, and then go back to making your videos. And I think that's great advice if you're ever in a situation like that. And he did that, but just the way I felt, the way I was talking to him in the call, I was just thinking to myself like, this. How does this guy not realize this was a bad idea to begin with? You know what I mean? Like, how did he? Like, he's been making content for so long. How did he not see that this was probably a possible situation? Then you bring in the factor that while this is going on, right, he's talking to AP over 9K in the DMs, trying to get her to release the DMs against Tipster and started the whole Tipster thing. So it was just, why are you making these mistakes is my point. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? And it turns out, well, you were also dumb enough to have sexual talks with a 17-year-old when you are a commentary channel that is known for either like vindicating someone that's been accused of being a pedophile, or going after someone that's been proven to be a pedophile. Which, you know, he attempted to vindicate Mama Max, and he I believe he made a video on EDP. See what I mean?
You doth protest too much.
I love how Matt says he's not going to go too into something, and then he goes on a 5-minute monologue on it.
Well, I was waiting for you guys to interrupt me, so I was
there was
like,
no
okay,
periods in that like essay. You just like spit.
all right, well, I'll read the DMs now.
Yeah, I was gonna steal.
And now the DMs between Craig Beckett and the thought
8-year-old.
known as Emmy.
So
let's go.
So as of right now, it's only still one side. Again, this other side should be posted tomorrow, probably. I don't know. I hope she censors those things.
Let's do this one screenshot at a time, right? I wanna go through this, and I'll tell you whenever there's a problem wrong that I feel that there's a problem wrong.
I have some comments to make as well. So
yeah. So here we go. You'd be off your rocks even more. What was it? Tongue face, I guess. It would make me feel amazing even more. That is so hot. You could bite my neck a little, leaving marks all the way. Maybe pulling my collar.
right,
Whatever
pause.
you want. Okay.
Craig, did you really risk your career and stuff for a bitch that's not even kinky? This is the most vanilla shit I've ever read.
Yeah, a collar.
Continue. Yeah, collar, no hair pulling.
Yeah, what's going on here?
All right.
Proceed. So no issues.
Whatever you want more, winky face. Rolling me around, lol, winky face. Winky face. Yeah, winky face. Throwing me around like a toy. Correct. All right, that's the first screenshot.
No issues.
Let's go to open original. I can be naughty and nice. Yep. And I'll do everything the big man wants. Me? Haha. You do seem to really like me, winky face. You're flirting with me, lol, and I like it. Yep. Handy, smiley face. Don't sprain your wrist, dear, lol. Good boy, smiley face.
He definitely told her he was
Yeah,
working one out.
That doesn't just come out of nowhere.
Like me, smiley face. Yeah, I will be the best girl ever. Sad winking face. And then she corrects it, winking face, smiley. Thumb slipped. I'll be on my knees whenever needed. Hee hee. Always here to be of service. I'd love that. Always happy to. Yeah. She talks in really short sentences.
Probably rubbing one out while she's doing this.
Probably. Get that image in your head.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just being logical here. You know, short text. You know, she's preoccupied. Maybe
She says,
I don't know.
I like the multiple X's. It's like you want to get X-rated. We already are. I know what you do with my photos. I remember the video you sent me ages ago. Must
Yeah,
have been a
you beat
mess to
your dick.
clean. Oh no.
Yes. I was gonna bring that up. He 100% sent a a video of him
And
jerking off.
here's the problem.
Is this the cum tribute that Slug kept screaming about?
Oh.
It is a good memory. Don't worry. Didn't expect you to have a second phone with my photo on. That's
What?
the.
That's what I was saying about her knowing that he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
That she's even acknowledging that, and then her responses are smart.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Smart, good boy.
So essentially, he said, "I have it on the second phone," right? And then he probably says, "Yeah, it's because of my girlfriend or whatever." And she's like, and he's like, "Yeah, I just don't want it to find out or anything like that. You know, let's just keep this on the side." And she's like, "Smart."
Yeah.
100%. That's what that is.
Bad boys don't get suffocated in a chest. Hee hee. You'd want to undress me like you'd peel a potato from tip
What?
to
Who says
bottom.
Who
That
talks
is,
like
I read that as well. I was like, this girl's got no game.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, she sounds
Yeah.
like she's 17.
You know what's
No,
sexy?
she doesn't.
Potatoes.
Maybe that's a British thing? Maybe they're like more.
No, it is not.
Okay.
No, it is not.
You're like a potato. I don't know.
You're gonna. Also, tip to bottom. Was she trying to reference
Yeah,
like
what?
the tip of a penis? Why didn't she say top? Top to bottom. Not tip to bottom.
Maybe she's trying to be fancy, like the British, like tip to bottom. You know, I don't know.
Tippity top, you know? I don't know. She's weird.
Well, address.
Also,
would
who
be-
says suffocated in my chest? In a chest.
What does that mean?
She
Well,
fucking
bad
like
boys
shoves
don't
him
get-
into. Yeah, she shoves him into her chest and locks it.
Yeah, let's go.
Get down there, you little bitch! Down.
bad? Yeah. Well, address would be one piece to take off. Is the last thing she said in that DM. Let me make sure I got the right one. Here we go. Yeah, but make sure I'm taken care of or go hungry. Knowing you wouldn't be able to resist shower times, lol. Wouldn't be able to have a shower by myself. Yeah, when I'm in the shower is when I feel the most vulnerable, so it takes a lot of trust for me to allow someone in the shower with me. You've earned that trust. Aw, you're so
Aw.
sweet. That's
Oh,
okay.
Probably not. That didn't last long.
That's
Right?
okay. What?
Pause.
Yeah.
Who feels most vulnerable when they're in the shower?
Well, I mean, you're naked in the shower,
Yeah,
right?
like,
I
what if
feel-
someone, like,
I
breaks
feel
into your
most
house?
I feel most vulnerable when I'm taking a shit.
Okay, yeah, that too.
I think I'm more
Like-
vulnerable when I'm taking a shower because I got my leg off. I'm sitting down in the shower.
Yeah, if you're taking a shit, what do you do?
You stand
What do you
up.
do?
I don't know. What you say?
You got shit between. What have you got shit between your cheeks?
Bro, it's
You,
because
What?
fight or flight.
you
It's
scoop
fight or
it up
flight.
with your hand and you throw. Like,
It's fight or flight,
to
bro.
tell you.
It's fight or flight, dude. You got you squeeze your cheeks together and you pull your pants up and
what
you
if you're
fight
like
for your life.
it's like halfway coming out and then someone like busts down the door?
I'm sure it's gonna come out as soon as like someone busts down the door. Like I don't think there's gonna be.
not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna come out, but your asshole's just gonna clench so hard that you'll be
it's like-
mid turd, and it will cut that thing in half.
Yeah.
Wah!
She says that's okay. Let your mind that's in the gutter do the talking. Good. Be a good boy. I'll be a good girl for you always. I can't wait to see the other side of these DMs.
It's gonna be juicy.
I wanna know what the kink is here because I'm confused. She says, "Be a good boy." She's like, "Be a good." He's like, "I'll be a good girl." Pick a side. Well, what's happening here? Who's the dom? Who's the sub? Who's getting fucked? Who's doing the fucking?
I'm not sure.
Very confusing.
Yeah, maybe his fingers will enter places. Maybe
What?
his fingers will enter
His?
places.
Why is she speaking?
What?
in-
Where's that?
They're,
where
like,
the fuck
watching a
did you
video
say that?
together, and they're like,
Wait,
It's the next one. It's the next one after, like, because I posted
Oh.
a couple more- yeah.
Oh,
so-
okay. There was a gap in between. I
Yeah.
thought that was your question.
No,
Oh my god. I was just like, that's out of right field or left field,
No.
whatever the saying is.
I don't understand who's his. Like, who's his fingers? What?
yeah,
what
it's
is this?
weird. Is there a
Oh,
third
is she talking?
participant?
No, I think she's talking about him in the third person.
Why?
Yeah, maybe his fingers will enter.
Sometimes people do that.
places. Whenever
Do
the
they?
big man, whatever the wherever the big man wants most. Maybe she.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe.
Oh, I think they're doing this weird story thing where like they're
Is it like a
talking in
role play
third person.
thing?
Yeah, they're talking in third person together. Maybe she would need one and just to rile her up. Yep, loosens it up to make it easier. Yep, she could have something and the other hole to make her squirm more. Yeah, and
squirm.
she wants the big man to do whatever he wants
Squirm,
to.
bitch.
Calm down. Yeah, maybe he could use the sound to get her into his pants whenever he wants.
What kind of
Yeah.
We
sound?
should use this. We should use this, but make it better and post it as like a erotic novel.
Yeah, cheekily playing it in her ears while being slightly bent over a kitchen counter. Yeah, that's let me check these real quick. I think we already read these. I want to make sure.
Playing it in her ears.
I don't know what that means.
I
It's
think he's got
wa-
like his earpods or something, and he like puts them up to her ears, like
Hey,
cheekily.
comments. Will someone teach? Like, can we? Never mind.
It's the next one is it's why I really am wanting to move when I go to uni, which hopefully means more fun and shower times, haha. Like today. I wish phone cameras didn't steam up. At least I can still be seen. Someone really wants to see them. I'm fully nude in them, which feels like a warning I should give. Haha. Okay, a little nervous. There are 3 photos and a video. Which do you want to see first?
Wait. Okay, stop right there. So she was like kind of warning him in a weird way, and then she's like offering right after that to.
Yeah.
What was his response in there? Probably.
I don't.
What are you thinking?
He was probably like, send it, fuck it, send it.
And
Tell
here's
me
another
everything.
problem.
Yeah. My dick's hard, send it. And then, dude, I guarantee you this guy, fucking Craig, is like talking to this girl, getting his dick all hard and ready to go. He does his business, and every time he's like, God damn it, fucking did it again. Fuck. I'm fucked. Everyone else finds this out. I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. Like, and then he just gets caught in the trap again, where he starts talking. He gets horny again and starts talking to her. Gets his dick hard. Rinse and repeat.
Maybe him and his girlfriend were like having problems.
Yeah, and
And
he's
like,
just like, all right,
his girlfriend's sucking on his dick while he's on the phone with her.
hey.
Like, I just don't find you attractive anymore. But a mouth is a mouth. Any hole's a goal. But I just can't look at you while you do it.
She says it's very steamy. Hee hee. That makes me happy. Your wrist might get very sore. I'm squirming just from that. It makes me want to be held down. I keep spreading my legs just.
Here's your
from the
answer,
thought.
Beavers.
You can use me all you want. I know you'll take goof care of your toys. And then she corrects that. She corrects that to good, and she says you'll mark them well and make sure they don't break. And given care after usage, haha, getting a bit too rowdy. And I think that's all the DMs that I've been given. When it comes to, I believe that's it. Yeah. When it comes to the DMs that I exchanged, I didn't click the Google Drive. Didn't want to look through it. Well, number one, I didn't know what was in there, and I didn't want to go looking and seeing something I didn't want to see. Number two, there's a lot of fucking weird people in that Google Drive, so I don't know, like.
That was my thing as well. It was less so the content for me, right? And it was more so the people that were involved.
Yeah.
I don't want to click on that Google Drive and have my IP and shit logged.
Yeah.
So.
And number three, I was just lazy, dude. 400 screenshots. I gotta go through.
Okay, I didn't even know that. Jeez. 400
fucking screenshots. I gotta go through. Fuck that. I'll just wait for someone to like DM me the ones that are damning. You know, I'm not going through 400 fucking screenshots.
Yeah.
You sure? Are you sure you don't want to do the next episode of you just reading every single one of them?
Oh yeah. Well, no. If you want to see that, go to Slugstream. He does it.
Well, no. It's 400 screenshots of just her side. So wouldn't it be like his side would be like almost double?
Yeah, I guess. I did want to read a couple other things.
Who is the Spider Centaur?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, Spider Centaur. Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to? You want me to read the screenshots and then we'll talk about Spider Centaur? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Craig Beckett put on the announcements in his Discord. A real talk for anyone who actually cares to look in here. The truth is that I really wanted to get away. not just from the commentary scene, but overall. There was a lot of personal shit going on, and this really just cemented that for me, that I want no more of this absolute bullshit. Patreon members have been suspended. All accounts and channels are gone. This server I have handed over to your good boy Flippy. Congratulations, Flippy. I appreciate that you all had an open mind to see the types of shit that these cunts do to get people they don't like out of the way. Because let's be honest, if my name was Zaptai or Mr. Girl, it would all be okay and laughed off. Well, I want to focus on the important things, which I have very quickly, and then it cuts off there. But I want to make one quick point here. Slug is the one who broke the story, right? If he had made one mistake, if he had got the age wrong, if he had gotten the details wrong, if she had been lying, he would have been destroyed, and you would have been easily vindicated in this situation. Although people shit on you, Craig, and they don't like you, Craig, they hate Slug way more. So if there had been any single detail that he had gotten completely wrong where he fucked up and you were vindicated, it would have been shut down. So this is not a Zaptai situation, in my opinion.
No, and then
not at all.
But the thing that he doesn't mention here, right, is that when Zaptai he was only vindicated way later. Later.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. When it happened, what did Zaptai do? He tucked his tail between his legs and he ran away. Right?
Yeah.
It was the worst thing he could have done in that moment. You did the same. Okay? Then Zaptai was vindicated much later on. Right? And guess what Mr. Girl did with all of his stuff? He just stuck around. He said, fuck it. That's what I said you should do. You've done the exact thing that you shouldn't have done. Exactly. Literally, from those two examples, you can literally see the one ran away and his career ended, right?
Well,
and the other one stuck around.
There is one thing I kind of respect Craig, because at least he's not denying it. Like, he's not admitting it, but he's also not denying it. So, you kind of got to give him a couple points for that.
I guess that's true. I just think
he didn't say it wasn't true.
I just think, when you have to type something and Zaptai, referencing the Zaptai or Mr. Girl thing is in it, you done fucked up.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
You done fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else there is. So in another, I guess this is in his Discord, he's having a conversation with someone. He says, gotta love waking up to shit tsunami. I'm still let me fucking zoom in. Wait.
Now who's the blind one?
Yeah.
He's fucking blind, man.
Gotta love waking up to shit tsunami. I'm still considering how I'm wanting to respond to this, but yes, I got saucy with someone over the age of consent in our shared country. Someone who in the messages you can clearly see hinted and flirted the idea out there initially, and only became an issue when I decided to pack up my Twitter for personal reasons. If you have an issue with the age gap, I can't say much, and I'll understand if you want to walk. I wish I could walk. This other person says, just to be clear, you were with your girlfriend when this happened, or were you single? Craig says, I was with my girlfriend, yes. And the person says, does she know? If so, what is her stance on it? If I'm prying too much, tell me to fuck off. I'm just trying to figure out how to process this. And Craig says, there's no point in hiding it. No, she wasn't fully aware of it until now. We've talked about it. We've talked about it and talking about it. It's cut off there, so I can't really see it, but you get the gist. That
talk about it / talking about it.
Yeah, it's okay. Gotcha. Yeah,
you say you got a wee bit saucy.
But again, Craig, right? You say here, where was it? Someone who was in the messages, you can clearly see hinted / flirted the idea out there initially. If you hadn't have deleted your side of the DMs, there would be context to what is being said.
Yep.
True. There is no context. Things look very bad without context. If you take all the shit that I say and you take it out of context, I would probably be in jail right now. Okay? Context matters. And you took away all the context. Nobody can tell what's going on. Or if she hinted, let's say she hinted and she was the one that initiated, and maybe you're just a weak guy and you were horny and you were unhappy with your girlfriend or whatever. If you didn't delete your side of the DMs, we could have seen that. Right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
People are saying you're a groomer. You deleted your side of the DMs. So we can't see if you have said, you're saying you're not. Some people are saying you're not. I think you're not. But we could have seen your side of the DMs, and there would have been evidence to show that you weren't grooming her. That this was just an exchange you guys were happening, and maybe you just fucked up. But you deleted everything and you ran.
Yep.
Remember that at this very time, we don't have his side, but by the time this will be out, it's probably out there. Something else I want to say is like he's not a complete retard, right? He should have known that him deleting his account, like there's still a way to get those DMs, right? So, because like he works with Mama Max, I'm sure he's like helped him out with some research or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows a couple of these techniques. Like, how does he not know that deleting it, like, there's still ways to get it?
Right. No, I just what I don't understand. I wish there was more detail in the sense like how did this like end with her and him? Like, why did she decide to present the situation? Why did she decide to go to people, and why did he decide to delete his account to avoid it? Because do you think he would have tried to reach out to her before this to try and talk it out, at least to try and like save face or something?
Well, that's the thing, right? So I sit here without knowing the exact details, right? So if you sit here and you think about the reasons she could have done it, right? So the first one would be, we'll go through each of them. The first one would have been that she believes that she was groomed, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one. The second option is they had a fight of some kind, a disagreement or something.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And then she wanted to get him back. The third one is she's a clout chaser. Right? Those are your three options, really. Right?
Right.
So let's start with the clout chasing one. He's Craig Beckett. We can move on from that one.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, it's the truth. I don't know. Like, if you wanted to do this, I'm sure there's horny YouTubers out there. You go fuck one of them over. Then you get to, what was the second one again? Oh, they had an argument.
Yeah.
That one's the most promising one to me.
Probably, yeah.
Is that they had some sort of disagreement, probably in voice call or something like that.
Do we
Right.
know what the like end of the DMs were?
I don't
At least
know.
there.
I'll be honest. Like I said, I didn't go looking, so I don't really know what the end. I mean, I watched Slug stream, but I kind of went in and out while watching
Yeah.
it. So
that could be in there, but I'm sure they have like other platforms that they talked on, right?
if she could chapter the screenshots on Twitter, where she takes she basically develops like a structure to it. Like, here's when we first started talking. Here's when things started getting really heated.
Could you write us an erotic novel?
Yeah.
Please.
Here's where things really got heated. Here's when we started arguing. Here's how it ended. Something like that. I greatly appreciate it, Emmy.
I think Nick's gonna do something with it because I saw on Twitter he was like had a little back and forth with her if he could get just like a text-based version of all this.
Yeah.
After she gets his side, so Nick might either second channel video or a stream or something on it. I'm sure, and he might do something like that.
Okay. I do have a screenshot here that I did not put in the server, but it's a quote tweet from it's the girlfriend quote tweeting some person who says, "So from what I am gathering from you is that if any child has knowledge of sex, regardless of age, they are sexually mature enough not to get groomed. You are absolutely dodging my point. Did he or," and then it kind of cuts out there. And she quote tweets this and says, "Yeah, that is what I'm saying. She is not considered a child, so stop saying she is. She is a 17-year-old, not a child. Yes, he received them that she willingly gave without her pressuring her." So
I agree with everything but the last sentence.
Yeah.
That leads into point number one that I made, right, out of the three, is that she believes that she was groomed, right?
Yeah.
Now, personally, I don't believe a 17-year-old can be groomed.
I don't know if she said she was actually groomed though. That's the thing.
No, but I'm saying I was going through the reasons why she might have done this. I don't know why
Right.
she did it. I can't see into
Yeah.
her head. I'm just going off of what seems logical to me. And IMO, if you're 17, you can't be groomed. Can you be taken advantage of? Yeah, sure. Right? But you can't be groomed.
Yeah, not much mentally changes from 17 to 18.
You are old and competent enough to know right from wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are at 17 years old. You know what a creep is.
Yep.
Right? At 17 years old, you know what a nude is and the consequences of sending that nude. At 17 years old, you have enough mental capacity in the UK, according to UK law, to engage in sexual activity.
Yeah. Okay.
So to say you are, and also, I mean, British kids are built diff, bro. They're a lot more mature at a younger age than Americans.
That's fair. I wouldn't know.
And I think that's why the age of consent and stuff is low, and they can drink early and stuff.
Well,
they
see,
treat it more like adults early
in
on.
America, the age of consent varies with state. My state is 16 actually, and there's states that are 16 age of consent. So, but federally it's 18. So if like a guy from like I don't know Wisconsin and a girl from Georgia met up in Alabama to fuck, it would be completely illegal, not legal at all.
I think all three of the states you just said is 16.
Well, either way, even if both states, even if all three states were age of consent 16, if they moved out of state, it becomes federal law. Federal law is 18.
Really?
I think that's how it works. Yeah.
What if I fuck on a state line?
Yeah, like on the exact like border. Or what if you like go on vacation?
If you're moving states in general, if you're going to one state or the other, it becomes federal. If you're not in the same state, then it's
What if it's just a vacation? You know.
What if right? If you so obviously there's a borderline, right?
Right.
And the borderline has to have some sort of thickness, by some definition, right?
So what if it's like halfway in the state?
No. So what if the actual penetration is happening on the state line, like on it? Like if I like perfectly do it,
you guys
is that
are
like
looking way too deep into this?
Is that like no man's land?
First of all, this happened in England, not America, so it doesn't fucking matter. But
I need to know for future.
Again, they can't if they're in the same state together and the age of consent is 16, it's fine. But if one person's in a different state and they meet up, whether
penetration is happening on the state line,
on the line,
it doesn't matter. I keep telling you, if
on the line, Matt.
I keep telling you that they're from different states. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but airplane. Yeah, what if it's on an airplane?
I give up. All right, can we move on?
What about a cruise?
What if they go to space?
So, Emmy put out these screenshots. She said, "I'm making these public. Craig's partner DM'd me, ignored them, and not once had I actually said, to my knowledge, that Craig groomed me." And it's Craig's girlfriend saying, "So, what the actual fuck? Can I just ask why you are lying about it all? Because we both know he didn't groom you. I will not stop asking why you're trying to destroy a man's career simply because he said no to you. Do you realize how childish that is? Can I would
childish.
So you going to explain anything to me? Be an adult about it, even if you want the world to think you are a child? Or are you going to be childish about it all?" She chose child.
He should marry this woman.
Dude, stand by your man.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. I need to find someone like that.
Yeah.
Wait till I fuck up and still keep my girl. Jeez.
I wonder if that's never mind, they're not allowed to get married. I was gonna say, I wonder if this is what Catholic priests' wives are like. But then I realized they don't get married.
Okay, well I don't think Craig's a
because they just hang out with the boys, and the boys are cool with it.
I don't think they're cool with it. Next, Matt.
Well, I think I think that's. Let me make sure.
No, let's talk about the retard.
No, I'm making sure that's. I don't have anything else.
The other retard.
Yeah, I know. All right, so Spider Centaur.
Yeah, this retard.
All right, so Spider Centaur put out a tweet that says, looks like Craig doesn't want to be interviewed. Fucking coward, you stupid bitch. Face the fucking consequences of your actions, you actual moronic, pedophilic piece of shit. Deleting all your social medias to rebrand. We'll always find your ass. Believe it.
Was he Naruto? Believe it.
And his message to Craig was pretty very polite. I'm reaching to make a few inquiries. There have been some allegations dropped recently involving yourself. To the point, were you in contact with this individual? If so, were you speaking to them in that manner? What was the reason for you deleting Twitter? Would you be willing to get on a call to discuss the situation in order to get the details? Let me know whether yes or no. I'd like to get both sides to these particular allegations rather than to speculate. And
Matt. He says yes or no, correct? In that?
Yeah.
Now look under that message. What's it say?
It doesn't say anything.
What? Okay, well, he's seen the message, Matt.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
He's seen it. Yeah.
That means no. He didn't respond.
Right.
And then because he said no, he got butthurt and made that tweet.
Well, no, this guy was on Slug's stream, correct? I think he was, right?
Maybe. I know someone called in
Oh,
at some point.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but I know that he's
I don't
stupid.
either.
This is a guy
Yeah.
who he's a big Mama Max fan.
Shocker.
Interviewed
No,
Mama Max.
no, he's a wonderful guy. Wonderful guy.
Yeah.
Had all the QR codes in a Twitter thread, and then once Edwin read all the QR codes on stream, got mad that Edwin read his Twitter thread. So
Well, maybe don't post it publicly then. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. Like,
Whatever.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. Because I don't know how to do QR codes, so thank you.
Matt's still living in the 80s.
Yeah, bro. Telephones. But yeah, Spider Centaur. I don't know if that was actually you on Slug's podcast or not, so I don't want to speak if it actually was you. But I will say that the person that was with Slug on that stream was also retarded. It was like a gaggle of retards. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Look at the fucking two-facedness of it, right?
Yeah.
Here, this message that he sends Slug is like, I mean, that he sends Craig is like so professional in a way. It's not really, but it's as professional as I think somebody like this can get. And then fucking mask off where he reveals the DM.
Yeah. He completely sprags out.
I wonder why he didn't DM you back. I wonder
Yeah.
why.
I wonder how that call would have went.
Oh yeah. Also, something I forgot to mention. All right, during the whole Slug stream, Slug is. It starts off. He seems very journalistic, right? He's like, I don't know about this, madam. I think I got to ask you some questions to really like get the details of the stuff. This seems like I don't know. I don't know if I believe this. And as he slowly starts to like read the DMs, he becomes like the Spurg, where he's like, "Oh my God, Craig Beckett is a pedophile! Holy shit!" And he keeps calling Craig Beckett a pedophile, and he says like Craig's blood should be sprayed over the walls, and he's so mad, he's so angry, he's going to dedicate his life now to getting Craig Beckett, all this crazy shit. And then he comes on a stage. Or did he come on? I can't remember if he came on a stage or a stream or Tommy's stream today, and he said, "Now I'm not saying Craig Beckett's a pedophile, okay?" And I'm like, "Wait a second, wait."
Yeah, he literally did.
You said you called him a pedophile like 15 times. So
the funniest part for me, right, was okay, but that's different, Toxic. That's different. I'm not dying on that hill. I'm not dying on that hill. I'm not dying on the
Normal.
I'm not dying on that hill.
I didn't do it. I was staying far away from that crowd. All right.
Also, he deleted this tweet, but I think he
Maybe we
put.
cut this part.
Yeah, well, let's cut. Yeah, seriously, Toxic, cut this part.
All right, I'll cut the whole
Maybe we
thing.
cut this
No, but
part.
that's true. That's true.
That was such a stupid thing to say, viewers. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah,
You
we
understand
keep
how
back on
fucking
it.
insane? Like, my
Yeah,
God.
cut that part. Cut that part. We can keep
He was
this part
going-
in, but I'm saying cut that part. But cut the other part.
All right, so cutting this part, and we're going to right now. Slug actually, I was sent this. He's deleted this tweet. I want to make this very clear. I think he deleted it right after he posted, but he did put out some information on Craig Beckett. Now I can't really see. This is a screenshot. I can't really make out what exactly it says, but it looks like an address of some sort. I don't know if that's his residence or anything. I don't know if maybe that's like a workplace or maybe that's like an old workplace, but it is something. It is an
Somebody's
address
been
of some
around
sort.
Mama Max way too much.
It is some
says
sort of
company.
information.
Yeah, it says company details.
Yeah. So
Now,
good.
Craig Beckett.
Slug at it again.
Don't worry. In a couple months, we'll be saying that never happened. I didn't do that. Let me back in, guys.
Well,
I'm
you know,
my redemption arc.
it's kind of like this. It's like, all right, let's give Slug a third chance. He said he's changed.
No.
He's go. Hold on, let me do the bit. Let's give Slug a third chance. He said
No.
he's changed. Can I please do the bit?
Fine.
Let's give Slug a third chance. He said he's changed. He said he's gonna. Oh, he just doxed someone else. Oh, great. He just doxed another guy. Oh, he's still doxing people. Oh, he keeps doxing people. Slug, stop! Like he just keeps. He keeps putting his foot in his mouth, and he just keeps. He keeps.
Oh,
turning...
literally, like this fucking how he covered this situation. Like you said, he starts off so journalistic. He's like, "All right, and when did you start talking to him?" Oh, I'm so angry right now.
Dude, he's
I'm just so angry.
he's like a robot who's trying to figure out human emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so angry. Is this how I'm supposed to look right when I'm angry?
Yeah. One more thing I want to point out. Apparently, this little girl did a Twitter space right tonight.
Yeah.
Whenever she got the information or whatever, and Slug was there, and he was still treating her like she was like 10 or whatever.
There was at one point I think Tipster came in and there was like they kind of agreed like, hey, yeah, let's not talk about our shit let's help this girl out. And they started helping her out, trying to get the data and stuff. And then all of a sudden Slug's like, yeah, man, see, I'm changing, and like, I know we have our beef. And Tipster's like, yeah, well, I don't really I mean I don't have that much beef with you, man. And
Tipster, no.
And Slug's like, no. Then Slug's like, wait, you said I doxed Maya. How about you said I doxed Maya? And then everybody's like, oh my god, dude, drop it.
Way to make it about yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Jesus.
I think that this girl should just go to the cops if she wants to do anything about it.
If I was Craig, I'd be really scared right now. Because
yeah, but I mean, just go to the cops, bro. If it's that big of a deal, go to. She literally said the reason that she doesn't want to go to the cops is because she doesn't trust the cops.
That's stupid.
Trust Slug. In Slug we trust.
Yeah, you don't trust the cops, but you go to Slug. Look, it's quite possible the cops are going to look at this case and be like, okay, whatever. We'll look into it.
We've got limited resources. No.
But at least but the point is that unfortunately happens to a lot of women in this situation. But at least the record is there that you did a report. So when something else happened, they can go back and be like, okay, well, she made a report right here.
Yeah, if he ever rapes you, then
it would probably be consensual. But Matt.
Yes.
What does she gain from going to Slug that she wouldn't gain from the cops?
A stream, or that she's featured in. More Twitter followers, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because if this bitch really hated Craig, right? The way that she would have done this is she would have gone to the cops, filed the report, right, and then posted that report on Twitter. Ooh,
that would have been good.
That is a career ender right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what Craig does now. Do you think Craig comes back from this?
No.
Where's he gonna come? Like he deleted everything.
Do you think he tries to rebrand and becomes a magician or something? I don't know. Do you think he I don't know. Do you think he tries to tell his side of the story? You think he puts out a video defending himself? Stuff
on
like
a new
that,
channel?
maybe.
The problem with him,
bring back his channel.
He is disliked. That is the biggest problem. He could come out. He could come out with a. His video would have to completely disprove this if he was going to come back now, and he can't do that because he said that it is what happened.
Yeah.
So there's really nowhere for him to go with this, unfortunately.
Did you guys ever talk to Craig, or was it just through me?
I've talked to him a couple of times in the DMs.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
I can't remember if we had him in a voice chat in here, like once when we first made the server.
I don't think so.
I remember when he was making the Liana thumbnail, we were going back and forth about what we wanted, but yeah, I don't like I said, I didn't know him that very well, but I feel it was my idea to bring him in the server. Like it was my idea to bring him on the
Oh,
news
just
team.
blame Matt then, everybody.
Yeah, no, it was my
Well,
idea to
friend.
Yep.
It was my idea to bring him on the news team. I pitched
As a
to
matter
Tommy.
of fact, breaking news: Matt is the one that introduced these two to each other.
Yeah,
True.
It turns I was
This
a mutual
was
friend of
Matt's
them both.
friend. Yeah.
You know, I was a mutual friend. I was like, you know, this 17-year-old girl, the 16-year-old girl at the time, you know, she's a huge fan of you, Craig, and she really likes you. You should guys go sext in DMs and ruin your life. Yeah.
Matt, what are you doing being friends with 16-year-olds?
You know, age is just a number, Toxic.
Thank you.
Clip it and ship it.
Yep.
All right. Are we missing anything else?
I don't know. We should end it because
Yep,
my room's hot.
Yeah, we should end it because shit's going down on Edwin's stream. Ash Reacts called in to Edwin's stream to debate Salvo, and we're missing that.
Well,
So,
I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment which is worse, Zell or whatever his name is.
Craig
I'll
Beckett.
probably that guy. I'll probably throw up a poll. Vote. Be useful. Go back, watch older episodes, share the podcast so I can get monetized. So I can leave these losers and end the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.
And Craig, if you're listening, your dick in your pants? I don't know, man. I wish you good health, sir. And sorry for leaking your DM, but the shit was weird. That's all I gotta say.
And marry your girlfriend. She's a keeper.
Yeah, stand by your woman. I don't have a soundbite. Core,
Delete the picture.
About to get exposed, creeping into the chats of those kids, boy, you're criminal.
Ooh, I do love when my videos just age like a fine wine.
Hell yeah.
Hey kids, ever been so woke that you admitted to wanting open distribution and legalization of CP? I know I have.
Oh no.
Oh, well, that aged great.
Oh no.
Fine wine turned into milk. Bye.